Okay, so session 3 of the Krav Maga Fundamentals teaching course. What we're covering today is knee strikes and the front throat grab defense. So, first things first, knee strikes. Now a lot of the training that we do within Krav is front on, okay, from the most relaxed position, standing at a bar, standing at a cash point. You're not going to find the majority of attacks come when you're totally ready and your attack is coming towards you. So it is, we practice from this position. So, knee strikes. There are two types of knee strikes. There is the knee strike which goes straight up into the groin, and the knee strike which comes from the side into the floating ribs. So, first things first, based on the principles of Krav Maga, fast, simple and effective, there's no telegraphing. I'm not bringing my hands up before my knee. The bit that is doing the striking, whether it's the hand, the knee, the foot, whatever part of your body is doing the striking, that's the bit that moves first. So, my knee comes up here, and as my knee starts to move, my hands are coming on the opposite shoulder of my opponent, pulling in towards me as my knee goes in for the strike. The reason that the hands come up here is twofold. The first reason is to assist in the strike and in greater control of my opponent. The second thing is as you strike somebody in the groin, the head is going to come forward. So you have your hands here so that you can check their body against your forearm. So from here, the knee starts to move, the hands come up, and you strike in. Okay, from the side here, the knee comes up, the hands come up, the knee strikes up into the groin. This is a direct knee strike, straight up. Okay, depending upon your range, the closer you are, you can just bring your knee up. If they're a little bit further away, you can project your hips to gain that little bit of distance. Okay, the second knee strike is to come in from the side. It's what you would call perhaps a roundhouse knee strike. Okay, from here, again, the knee starts to move first, but it's coming from the side, aiming to come into the floating ribs here. There. Now, if you're not flexible enough to aim for the floating ribs, it's perfectly right to use the top of the thigh here, sort of halfway between the knee and hip as a target. Okay, you strike in there very hard, and it will deaden the leg. Okay, very painful strike. Okay, so you're here, bang, driving it in there. Again, with all of the things that we do, the leg doesn't come back to strike. You're aiming to move directly from the position in which you are here, straight in to the strike. Okay? The principles of Krav Maga state fast, simple, effective, and you must always have that in mind when you're training. Minimise the amount of telegraphing that you do. There should be no indication whatsoever that you're going to be doing towards your attacker, and you must always aim to be moving directly from the static position that you are, directly towards the opponent's weak point. So, from here, straight there, or straight there. Okay, the front throat choke defense. What this is if somebody coming up to you when you're in this front on position, grabbing him by the throat with both hands. There are three elements to the primary part of this defense. The first one is I'm going to lean back here, keeping my chin tucked in. Notice I'm not whipping my head back like that. Your head is quite a heavy thing. If I lean my head back like that and lean my body back, I'm going to lose balance. But if I tuck my chin in and come back, you'd be surprised how far you can lean back while still keeping your balance. So the first part is when somebody grabs you by the throat, is you're going to bring your hips back, like so. The second thing you're going to do is you're going to bring your elbows up, just like you were moving into your guard position. You're going to bring your forearms up and bring your elbows forwards. You bring your arms up here and you're going to grab with two hooks here on the outside of the wrists of your opponent and pin those hands to your chest. Okay? That's the second part. So you'll be doing it like this. So you're leaning back, the hands are coming up, you're pinning them to your chest. The third element of this is a simultaneous strike with your right knee. So you're here. One. Okay? So from this side is this. You're pulling your shoulders back, driving up with the knee, and pinning those hands to your chest all at the same time. And in Krav Maga, the first technique is always the most important. Okay, it's a self-defense situation. Somebody's grabbed you by the throat from here, driving up into the groin and pinning those hands. One of the reasons that you're pulling your head back is exactly the same reason as when you strike somebody in the groin, their body's going to fly forwards. Okay, just that's the instinctive response. As they do so, you don't want to get head-butted, so you're moving your head out of the way of that and driving up with the knee at the same time. So you're here, hands coming up, pin to your chest, and the knee strikes to the groin. Following on from that, you're here, and then you're going to drive your right foot back and your right palm over the top of the other person's arm directly into their face. Okay, so you have the initial response here, followed by the attack, moving back into guard position. Okay, so from the front, you're here, the person grabs you by the throat, bring your shoulders back, chin down, head up, knee into the groin, and then you're driving forwards with that palm strike. Not just the feet position as well. You know, quite often I talk about where your feet are in relation to your body. With almost as much as you can, you should have your shoulders over your hips. So you're here, there, and you're striking. And when I'm coming back into guard position. Quite often you see people doing this and stepping back like that. But notice my hips have moved backwards, which means I'm now out of range. If my opponent is here, by moving my hips backwards like this with a big long step, I've moved out of range with the ability to strike them. I need to stay within that range. So I'm here, there, and then strike them forwards. Chin down, head back, palm striking forwards. Nice and slowly, chin down, head back, striking with the knee, stepping back into guard position, driving forwards the palm. Okay? So, there you go, that was session 3, working on knee strikes from the front and from the side, and the front throat choke defence.